Out of 100 people who are watching this video, 5 of you apparently wash your bed sheets only once or twice a year, 11 do it once per season, and 44 of you wash your bed sheets once or twice a month. These are the statistics coming out of a survey conducted by a textile company, and none of these meet the real standard. Washing bed sheets twice a month is a minimum, and if you have a pet who sleeps with you, then you want to change your sheets once a week. Why? Because your body sheds on average 500 million skin cells a day. With a third of your time spent in bed, let's talk about what really happens in your bed sheets. This episode is sponsored by Wisconsin Elderberry Enterprises. Get 20% off with promo code HEALTH20 at wisconsinelderberry.com. Did you know that after a week of sleeping on your pillow, one bedding company found that you could have 17,000 more bacterial colonies on your pillow than you have on your toilet seat? It's all thanks to the dead skin cells that you shed throughout the night. And the sweat and the saliva and other bodily deposits, all this make a fertile garden for the germs to thrive. And that can contribute to a number of health problems. A big one, especially if you have teenage children, is acne. The bacteria, along with dead skin cells and dirt in the pillowcase, can contribute to outbreaks and clog your pores. So folks with acne should be changing their pillowcase every 2 to 3 days. Here's another one people don't usually think about. If you or your kids are sick, the viruses can linger in your sheets for a few hours. Other germs can stay there for weeks. Now, could you actually get sick from them? Well, if it's yeast and fungus, for example, it's very possible for these organisms to live in bed sheets and infect other family members. So if someone has an athlete's foot, you should wash the sheets at least once a week. And then there are bacterial colonies, and they're just part of life. But they can also cause problems if left unchecked. For example, the same bedding company found that about 20% of the bacteria found in pillowcases and bed sheets is the type that can give people food poisoning. Another bacterium that lives in your bed is called Staphylococcus aureus. It's commonly found on the skin and in the nose, and in healthy people it usually causes few problems. Maybe a minor skin infection if you're scratching in your sleep and your bed sheets are dirty, but it can be different for patients in hospitals and for people with weakened immune system, or those with chronic conditions like diabetes and lung disease, or for folks with medical devices. These are people who could be at risk of more serious staph infections like pneumonia or sepsis if there's surgery involved. So you want to make sure you're sleeping on clean sheets in these scenarios. Moving on. In a different category, we have dust mites. Remember, the hundreds of millions of skin cells that you shed per day, that's dinner for the dust mites. They digest dead skin cells and excrete droppings. And for some people, these droppings can cause allergies, trigger asthma, or an eczema outbreak. Eventually, a dust mite allergy can even lead to rhinitis, a condition where the nose is always stuffed and runny. Cat and dog hair and their dead skin cells are dinner for dust mites as well. And while we're on the topic of pets, watch out if they have a ringworm infection. This fungus can live on bed sheets for months. So if your dog or cat has this infection right now and you're letting them sleep in your bed, you want to be changing your sheets every 2 days. But what is the best way to keep your bed sheets clean? We're going to share with you some tips in a moment. But first, let's talk about our sponsor, Wisconsin Elderberry Enterprises. This elderberry extract is made right here in America, grown on the farm of Scott, a 5th-generation farmer. And the elderberries he grows have a rich medicinal history. Did you know that Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, called the elderberry plant his medicine chest? But today, the elderberry you buy at your local health store, in vast majority of cases, comes from other countries. And they're not as potent as the American variety that Scott grows on his farm. Everything here is hand-picked, and when Scott makes the elderberry extracts, he puts them into these convenient, single-serve packets. They're easy to store, easy to take on the road, and easy to use. But why elderberry? What's it good for? It's a powerful antioxidant that is rich in this compound called quercetin. It helps your body to detox from all kinds of toxins. It also supports your immune system. A number of studies suggest that quercetin can help protect against heart disease and cancer. And right now, you can get this Elderberry Ultimate Packet at 20% off. Use promo code HEALTH20 at wisconsinelderberry.com. When you support our sponsors, you support our work, so thank you. Now back to clean bed sheets. What's the best way to keep your bed germ-free? First step is to not make your bed when you get up. If you make the bed right away, it traps the heat and the moisture and the dust mites and bacteria and fungus and yeast, and they all love this environment. So if you have the time, let the bed air out while you brush your teeth and have your breakfast. Then try to invest in breathable waterproof mattress and pillow protectors that are easy to wash. These extra layers prevent body fluids from penetrating deeper into your mattress and pillow. So there's less incentive there for organisms to grow. Showering or bathing before bed reduces the dirt and other contaminants from entering your bed, especially when it comes to kids. An extra step for grown-ups is to exfoliate their skin once a week. That helps to reduce the dead skin cells and the dust that builds up in the house. For pets that do sleep in your bed, train them to sleep on their own blanket. That way, they don't come in contact with your sheets. And make sure to wash that blanket once a week as well. And when you or your family get the flu or some other bug, make sure to change your bed sheets the moment you feel better. That reduces the risk of reinfection. Now, when it comes to actually washing your bed sheets, the higher the temperature, the better. One study found that domestic washing machines running on a 104-degree cycle greatly reduced the amount of bacteria like the Staphylococcus aureus we mentioned before. Dust mites, fungus, and yeast need higher temperatures, around 140 degrees, but that doesn't always kill off the germs entirely. What truly destroys the organisms is the heat from tumble drying or ironing. And if you really have delicate bedding that can't be washed or dried on high heat, just use what God gave us, the sun. Drying your laundry outside on a sunny day exposes it to ultraviolet radiation, and that's a great way to kill off the germs. In fact, UV is so effective that some water treatment plants use it to disinfect tap water. So go outside and hang laundry with your kids, do it with your grandkids, get those teens off their phones, turn it into a ritual for the whole family to enjoy. And at the end of the day, however you do it, clean bed sheets will help you relax and have a good night's rest. And a good night's sleep is an important foundation for your well-being. So, what do you think? Does it make sense to change your bed sheets once a week? Or do you have a better cleaning routine? Share it with us in the comments below. And please, show this video to your teenage kids next time they don't want to change their bed sheets. This is Frontline Health. I'm Dan Skorbach. Stay healthy, America.